chapstick in here, and it goes, flip, it goes all across the floor. Like, luckily no one else was in there. Really? You're such a dork. Does that fence need to be taken out of your way?
I would love that. There.
Is it? Can it? Is it?
It's not bad. Terribly. No. You'll have to have them readjusted.
Let's go.
Good morning. Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. We're at the Great Overland Station. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. As I stated previously, this is the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. My name is Kevin Cook. I represent District 2 and am currently the chair for this year. Joining me today is Commissioner Bill Rippon, representing District 1. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Commissioner Aaron Mays, representing District 3. Good morning.
Morning.
Madam Clerk, our first item.
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
There are 8 items on the consent agenda. Are there any questions or a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item 4, new business A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Commissioners, we have voucher report today totaling $1,089,455.19. Two highlights of that are under information technology. We've got a payment to Computer Information Concepts Incorporated for $63,895. That's for a year annual agreement. And then also under information technology, we have SHI International for $14,991. That's for our annual McAfee Gold business support. I don't have any questions about the vouchers, and I would move for their approval.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item A2, consider correction orders.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item B, solid waste number 1, public hearing and consider home rule resolution number HR 2021-1, adopting the 2021 update of Shawnee County Solid Waste Management Plan.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bill Sutton, Shawnee County Solid Waste. The item in front of you is a request for the adoption of the mandated 5-year update for the county's solid waste management plan. I am joined today by fellow committee member Felicia McKee. The chair, Mr. Tom Noble, was unable to attend today. This update, we've been working hard on it throughout this past year, working through some COVID issues, and this is the final plan for adoption. The public notice went out on January 25th for this meeting. And any questions, gentlemen?
I'll make a motion to open public hearing.
Second.
Motion to open public hearing by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Are there any questions for Bill Sutton before we begin?
No.
Right. Are there any persons wanting to speak in favor of the 5-year plan? Are there any persons wanting to speak in opposition to the 5-year plan? Any additional questions, Commissioners? All right. I'll make then a motion to close the public hearing and adopt the resolution.
Second.
Motion to close public hearing and adopt the resolution made by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Thank you, Commissioners. And I'd like to publicly thank the rest of the members of the Solid Waste Committee and our consultant, Rebecca Chappelle, for all the work that has been put into this. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Our next item.
Can they do it now? Commissioners, I'm sorry, could you possibly, could you amend your adoption of that prior resolution to waive the second reading, since that was it is a home rule resolution? We either have to have this be the first reading and you waive, and then we have a second reading at another meeting, or else you adopt it without, and then you waive the second reading.
Yes, Madam Clerk. I would amend my motion to waive this reading, the second reading, and to adopt it on the first reading.
Thank you very much.
Second.
Motion to adopt the amended resolution, or the amended motion. All in favor, say aye. All opposed. Shows that it passes as an amended resolution.
Thank you.
Or amended motion.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you,
just
Madam.
don't have it fixed. Item C, corrections. Number 1, consider approval of a request to purchase 8 ballistic vests and 15 800 megahertz radios and associated equipment at a cost of $35,471.25, with $30,863.25 to be paid to Motorola Solutions, contract C61-2021, and $4,608 to Four Winds Technology, Inc., which is contract C62-2021, utilizing $32,497 from the 2020 Burn Justice Assistant Grant Program Fund, with the remaining $2,974.25 from the 2021 operational budget.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Shawnee County Department of Corrections. Each year, we participate with the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office and the City of Topeka for juvenile administrative grant funds that allows us to purchase specific equipment in our agency that we share with the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office each year. And as far as our portion goes this year, that we would like to be able to purchase ballistic vests and to replenish some of our outdated radios that we have. That the ballistic vests do get outdated and become obsolete at a certain time, and we do outfit our CERT team, which is our response team, and our transport team, and also to be able to preserve our radio supply, which has been part of our 5-year plan for several years. The majority of these funds will be paid for through the grant funds, and the remainder would be paid through our departmental budget. I did meet with Betty Griner over the phone regarding this matter, and we both didn't feel there would be a problem. We'd be able to purchase and fund the rest of it through our remaining budget. And I'd be happy to stand for any questions you may have.
Any questions for Director Cole on this item? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next item.
Item D, Sheriff's Office. Number 1, acknowledge receipt of correspondence from Sheriff Hill to send 2 officers to Johnston, Iowa to attend tactical warrant service training with expenses paid from the 2021 budgeted funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Captain Justin Vest with the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office. I'm here just to answer any questions you might have, reference this out-of-state training that we're going to be sending 2 of our deputies to in Johnston, Iowa. It's a reference tactical warrant service. Warrant service is something that all of our deputies do on a daily basis. So what this training is for is to help with officer safety, potential new avenues of finding people who are searching for, and good communication and tactical training for not just these deputies, but for them to come back and bring it to the rest of the agency.
Captain, it seems that the Shawnee County Sheriff has been really working more strategically on the execution of warrants, getting warrant roundups, working with other agencies. Is that a correct observation?
That is a correct observation. We're really trying to get out there and make sure that the worst of the worst criminals get picked up. What it requires is a lot of manpower, and it requires a lot of training for us to do so safely, to provide the best customer service to citizens of Shawnee County while we're searching for these criminals. So, it's fair to say.
And so as part of this tactical warrant training would be how to be able to execute those warrants with safety in mind?
Safety is paramount, and also there's always new ways for our officers to track fugitives, and so this training will help provide additional insight into ways that we can do better at tracking fugitives. So,
Any other questions for Captain Vest?
I'll move to approve.
I'll second the motion to acknowledge the
Or
receipt.
acknowledge receipt, sorry.
Motion to acknowledge receipt by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Cook. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Show that it passes 3-0. Thank you. Our next item.
Item E, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider approval of request to fill a vacant recreation leader position at a salary including benefits of $46,481.12, and to fill any position that becomes vacant due to filling this position.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Parks and Recreation Director. Yes, we did have one of our rec leaders put in his resignation, and we're asking permission to open that position and advertise it, and then fill any subsequent vacant positions that may arise due to filling this one. So be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Any questions? No. I'll move for approval.
Second.
Show motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Show that it passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Our next item.
Item E2, consider authorization and execution of contract C63-2021, amendment to contract C167-2020 with the North Topeka Rays to lease facility space at the Shawnee North Family Aquatic Center, May 1, 2021 to September 15, 2021 for practices and a swim meet for a $2,500 fee to the general fund.
Good morning, Commissioners. Randy Luby, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation. Before you today, we're just asking to amend the current contract with the North Topeka Rays Swim Club for an additional year. This group uses our Shawnee North Family Aquatic Center for practices as well as a swim meet. They practice Monday through Friday from 6 in the morning to 9 in the morning, and then a swim meet later in June that would be from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. This $2,500 helps reimburse our costs as well as the revenue loss from the swim meet. I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have.
Randy, what's the impact to the public from the Rays using the facility?
Really none. Early in the morning, we don't start swim lessons until after 9 anyway, so it doesn't affect it. We will close for the swim meet at 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. I believe it's a Sunday night, I believe. But it's very minimal impact, and we do let the public know ahead of time that we will be closing for that 3-hour period for a meet.
Any questions?
How
Commissioner
late
Fun?
do you normally?
We're open till 7. Sometimes we have rentals after 7, but normal public is to 7.
Any other questions?
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Show motion for approval by Commissioner Rippon, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Show that it passes 3-0.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Our next item.
Item F, Facilities Management. Number 1, consider approval of request to advertise and fill a vacant maintenance technician position at an estimated hourly rate between $15.20 to $16.45.
Morning, Commissioners. Bill Kroll, Facilities Maintenance Director. This position came open when Brent Smith interviewed and was promoted into the vacant facility supervisor position that was created when John Telshaw retired. So just looking to get the department back to fully staffed. Any questions that you might have, I'll be happy to answer.
No. See any questions? I'll move for approval.
Second.
Show motion for approval by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Show that it passes 3-0. Our next item.
Item F2, consider approval of request to issue a request for qualifications to complete repairs and adjustments to the Shawnee County HVAC system at a cost of $50,000 utilizing the contingency fund.
Morning, Commissioners. Bill Kroll, Facilities Maintenance Director. As we went through 2020 and did some upgrades to our air handling systems, we had a testing and balancing done of the system at the courthouse. 142 of the VAV boxes, which are variable air volume, were deficient in some way, shape, or form. 42 of those in rather serious condition. Actuators that aren't open and closing the dampers and preventing the right amount of airflow off either the hot deck or the cool deck to go on a various area. Need to get this money to get those things working properly so that we have the proper airflow going through the building where it's supposed to. This will not address all 142 of those boxes, but it will get the most serious ones at this point. And then I think we might be able to go ahead and just do them within our operational funds, one or two at a time, because they weren't quite as serious of an issue. Happy to answer any questions you might have regarding this.
Bill, will this address some of the issues with why one courtroom or one office may be very hot and another one very cold?
Yes, because some of the actuators on those damper motors aren't opening and closing the way they're supposed to. So instead of getting, say, 1,000 cubic feet a minute of warm air into an area that's maybe 65 degrees and get it where we want it, we're not moving that air at all, maybe at 200 or 150 CFM. Conversely, the same thing can occur on the cooling side, where we just don't get the airflow because the actuators are stuck and things like that. But after 70 years or 60 plus years, it's not surprising to have some of that stuff kind of hanging up.
Last year, we spent a fairly substantial amount of money for the Johnson controls for the electronic HVAC. Is that part of this too? Is that one of the things that we determined?
Well, one of the things that we did find during the testing and balancing is that 18 of the original VAV boxes were never hooked up to a digital system when that was done back in 2007, 2008. So we have 18 areas that there is no control over at all. They just do what, those boxes do whatever they feel like doing. So there isn't any thermostatic control over them. And it wasn't Johnson controls, it was integrated controls this time around.
Thank you.
But all those systems are very similar to one another, but don't know if that answered your question.
It does,
or not, but
thank
yeah.
you. Any other questions for Bill?
No.
Motion?
I'll move to approve the request.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Our next item.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
This is an opportunity for any member of the public or department head to address the commission on any item.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kurt Neos, Director of Public Works. I know it may seem implausible considering the weather, but Southeast 45th Street from West Edge Road / Barrington Road to East Edge Road will be closed beginning sometime today. The road will be closed until at least December 3rd, which is the date our contract with the prime contractor requires that the road be back open again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Aaron Mahan with Shawnee County Emergency Management. In accordance with what Mr. Neal said about the weather, it's cold outside. What you see outside right now is pretty much what you're going to see for the next 8 to 10 days, with single-digit temperatures during daytimes for the most part and below zero wind chills every night. We could see up to -10 to -20 degrees. With that in mind, bundle up as much as you can, dress in layers, and also, as you've heard me say many times, as well as a lot of the emergency management team, keep your preparedness plans in place, not just for your home and your emergency kits, but also for your vehicles. In case you do happen to break down out in the weather, you're not stuck. You do have those things to protect you. At home, please don't use your stoves or your ovens as a heating source. And if you do happen to use a space heater anywhere in your home, please make sure that it's plugged directly into a wall outlet, and please don't use an extension cord. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other members of the public or department heads? Commissioner Mays?
Well, a real bummer of a Chiefs game last night. But I did want to give a shout out to our solid waste collectors who are out in this cold, hanging off the back of a truck today and for the foreseeable future. So, you know, they're earning their paycheck, and so big thank you to them.
Commissioner Rippon?
I have nothing further to add.
I would note that there is a Jado meeting this Wednesday. It is by Zoom. This is the city's year to chair as the head of the Jado committee. And so we will be attending that remotely on Wednesday, starting at, I believe, 6 o'clock. So, I don't have anything additional. Our next item.
Item 6, executive session.
There is a need to go into executive session today. It'll be for a period not to exceed 40 minutes, and that will be to discuss personnel matters of non-elected personnel, specifically negotiations with the Teamsters and AFSCME. That will be for a period of 15 minutes, and then also to discuss the director of the Shawnee County Health Department for a period of 10 minutes, for the preliminary discussion of acquisition of real property for 15 minutes, and for consultation with an attorney for the body or agency which would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship, and it would be for those same issues. That's a motion made. Is there a second?
Second.
Show motion made by Commissioner Cook, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Show that it passes 3-0, and we will start at 9:25.
We waited for you. There's one resolution that you'll have to all sign here sooner or later. Oops, we have a commissioner missing. Commissioner Howe.
He's in a
He's
little bit of
walking
a
in.
meeting here.
Oh, he's heading this way. That's just my paper towel from the bathroom before. All it says is wet.
We are back in session. No action was taken. We are adjourned.